Life takes you full circle, bro. It's so funny. Ha ha ha. No, you can't. You can't handle this on your own. And so then at that point, it's like I realized God was the answer.
Bro, and I figured out I was going so fast nowhere.
Oh shit, that's a bar.
You're gonna believe what you tell yourself. All of those thoughts are just thoughts.
If life is meaningless, then you have the power to control what has meaning to you. Welcome back, guys. We are back on another episode of Exotic Talk. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and everything that you celebrate. Today's a very special day. We haven't done a solo episode in a while. So if you're here, thank you. Cheers to you. Just a round of applause for the audience. Okay. It's going to be an exciting year. I just want to put that out there. We feel so blessed to still be doing this, to be able to connect with you, connect with the community. First and foremost, if you're new here, we are a Dallas-based podcast where we focus on local culture, just the community, and really spotlighting the city in a way that we've never seen before, down to the roots, down to the new. And so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because it's going to be an exciting year. Check us out on our socials, on TikTok, Instagram, and obviously YouTube. We're excited that you're here. So if you want to see more content like this, not only the podcast, but we also got vlogs. We also got pictures. We got everything that you can think of, and there's more to come. So make sure y'all check us out. Again, thank you for being here. My name is Joab, and then we also got my boy Julio right here. So let the audience know who you are, bro. A little bit, just real quick.
25. I'm just playing. For everybody that's new to the channel, my name is Julio, of course. Me and Joab have been friends for about, damn man, how long has it been? It's been
a good time, bro.
Been about 10 years, bro.
Holy shit.
Freshman year of high school.
You're right.
Freshman year of high school, bro. Yeah. Now we're 25. We're still living life. Wait, have you turned 25 yet?
Yeah, bro. In 1 month. Month and a half.
We still got a little bit to go.
Yeah. Birthday vlog coming.
But yeah, so I mean, well, one more can I say? I think introduction time going on, I think they'll understand who I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a changed person.
Yeah.
Especially for people that knew me before then, bro.
Yeah.
I've definitely changed. And I think you've seen that, right? For the people that are still in my life now, they could definitely see the change and the growth that I've had up to this point. And honestly, I'm just super blessed, man. Super blessed. Right. And I think you could say the same.
Yeah. I think it's just that age. It's that age. We just going back to high school and just transitioning into adulthood. It's something that's for a lot of people, I read this post the other day just talking about how when you're in your mid-20s, you start grieving a lot of things, but not so much from a personal or physical perspective. It's like you start grieving the person that you were before, because the years change you. I mean, like you said it perfectly. Like the years change you. You're starting to just become who you're meant to be. And it's almost as if like you thought you were a person and then it's like you're not. So you kind of feel disappointed. You're like, oh, wow, I thought I was supposed to remain the same person. And a lot of people fall into that trap. But I feel very happy, man. I feel very happy. I think the years have really given me just a lot of experiences that have really made me appreciate so much more, just the little things. And even by appreciating the little things, you end up appreciating the bigger things so much more. So I'm very happy. How about you? I mean, like how you said it perfectly. I mean, you feel like you're a different person. You feel like, you have changed over the years. So how do you feel going into 2026?
Well, first off, I want to talk about 2025.
Okay.
2025 was a special year for me. I think one of my goals going into 2025, bro, was getting baptized.
Ooh.
Was getting baptized. That was a big one for me. I knew for a fact going into 2025, I would say my spiritual journey started in the summer of 2024, right? But during that time between 2024 to 2025, obviously it was about 6 months I was trying to find like a home. I was trying to find my relationship back with God. I converted myself from Catholicism to Christianity. And that was a big step, growing up in a Hispanic household, right? Most of us are raised Catholic. And so I started seeing the differences, bro, as far as like traditions, beliefs, right? And it wasn't until I took my first step inside a Christian church and starting in 2025, I'd already found a church, established and everything. And I knew right there and then that I wanted to get baptized. So that was my biggest goal for 2025. Another thing was be emotionally intelligent and be mentally prepared for anything, right? So obviously everybody go through trials and tribulations. Everybody go through stuff that they got going on in their life. But I think when you're able to tap into your emotions, you'll soon find out that there's a time and place for everything. And so we've talked about emotional intelligence, I don't know, like a couple episodes back, right? And I really want to tap in on that because a lot of people think, just because you're an emotional person, they find you weak, or like, oh, he's sassy, oh, whatever the case might be, right?
You're certified baddie.
So no, no, bro, no. But like men and women,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And so you get that negative perspective on a person when they show their emotions. But again, there's a time and place for everything, bro. If you're able to explain and talk about your feelings and about your emotions at a specific time, then you're able to carry yourself with a bigger self-esteem and confidence, I would say. Right. So whenever you're going through those rough moments and bad times, and you're already prepared to get yourself through it. Right. And that also involves with being spiritually confident as well. But long story short, 2025 was a great year for me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about you, but 2025 was definitely a year of change. And I definitely grew a lot. And honestly, thanks to you guys behind the camera, front of the camera, my family. I mean, I'll definitely say I'm a better man now than I was before.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm honestly proud of myself. I think everybody that's in my life right now is proud of me. But yeah, man, for 2026, I'm excited. We have we have a lot of things going on.
I really want to tap in a little bit on just that part of you connecting more with your spirituality, right? Because there's a lot of people in this world who are just they're so hesitant to explore that area of their life, right? And I've known you for years, bro. I know your story. I know everything. No, not maybe in detail, but it's, I know you. So my curiosity has always been, was there a specific moment that like pushed you to want to get, move away from the Catholicism? What pushed you to get closer to God, period?
You know that saying where something has to happen to you?
Ooh.
Yeah, something has to happen. I don't want to go full detail.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But yeah, no, I definitely hit rock bottom a couple years back. And I was trying to figure out what is going on with myself. Right. So I was not at a good point. It's probably at the lowest point that I've experienced by this far. But it's definitely, that quote, that saying is definitely true. Right. I do feel like you need to go through something in order for you to open up your eyes and actually figure out, okay, what is my purpose here? Right. And that's finding your purpose is always something that a lot of people struggle with. Right. And I think that's what they talked about at church today. Right. Shout out Shoreline City Church in Dallas. Just why are you here? Right. A lot of people are just walking around on autopilot, wandering. Right. And that's exactly where I was. I was just wandering around, bro. And so, just to answer your question, man, I think, once you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go. It's only up from there. For me, I had to go back up. And so I think that's when I had to reconnect with God. And ever since that point, man, everything's been a blessing to be honest.
So you noticed the difference like in your life.
Bro, yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy, yeah.
It's crazy. Because bro, I can tell you, and I mean, you know my story. Some of the people know my story that are looking at this. And then obviously there's those that don't. But
What's your story?
just to not make it too long, but I really want to emphasize on something. So, you know, I do come from a religious background. I do come from like years of just, you know, being as to what I thought being as close to God as possible. That's all I'm going to say just for right now. But I want to really emphasize the fact that, you know, the years end up changing you. Like, it's so crazy how each year just comes full throttle. And it's like, holy cow, I'm back at it again. It's January 1st, you know, and it's almost as if, not intentionally, I'm not going to say that, but it's more just of, I'm going to compare it to peer pressure, where it's like you see everybody else trying to change themselves or trying to improve. So you fall into that, you know, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we've talked about it before, where at times New Year's resolutions can feel overrated. But even at the same time, as human beings, I feel like that helps us connect with each other. And not even from a personal perspective, just from an energy perspective, to where you're like, oh, wow, it's a new opportunity to just become better, right? And why do I bring all that up? Because again, just really emphasizing on how, like, going into 2026, bro, I can relate to you, because there was a couple years where I didn't feel like connecting to God. I really felt that I looked at God as a burden. I looked at God as, like, I had looked at him more as a set of rules instead of a father, you know? And so I think, like, just growing up, I think, like, getting into that point where you realize that life does feel heavy, because a lot of people, they try to underestimate how heavy life can get. But then it's like, you have to really put the gears to work in your head, where you realize, oh my God, because being very real with you, there was a point, and I'm going to say this was maybe from 2021 to maybe 2023. And even like beyond that, but not as bad as up until that point. But where I really felt, like I told you, like God was a burden, you know, God was all this. But at the same time, you come to the realization that you can't do it yourself. And what I was really aiming to is that I was falling into this individualistic mindset, where I thought that, oh my God, I'm so level-headed. My mind is so strong. Like, I was able to endure all these challenges, you know, growing up. And then now I feel like I can handle it all. But then, like, it's like life takes you full circle, bro. It's so funny. Like, life takes you and it's like, ha ha ha. No, you can't. You can't handle this on your own. And so then at that point, it's like I realized God was the answer. You know, God was the answer. Another thing is, bro, is that you realize that with age. Like, age is so weird, because like the years will keep passing by, bro. And you know what? Sometimes I think about, like, who will I be in 2027? Like, what will 2026 come and do to me? Will it come and slam me in the face? Will it come and bless me? Will it come and... But it's like, you never know, bro. Because like I really want to hinder on this. I wasn't looking for God like last year, but then today marks a year since I went to my first service. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
But it's like, holy cow, like, it's been a year. It's been a year, and it felt like just yesterday. But that version of me is completely gone now. I think that's the beauty of a new year. I think a new year allows us to really, like, yeah, it can become cringy, or it can become without substance. But at the same time, it's, if you really find it in yourself to make that change because of the new year and you stick to it, you will be so proud, because that's your way of just tracking it. So I don't know. Like, I feel really blessed going into 2026. I feel really excited. And so I do believe that one of the main things that was a standout for 2025, personally for me, it was just gratitude, like really slowing down. I'll keep it at that. Really.
Okay. So I want you to expand on that as far as slowing down, because, you know, everybody's so, I guess, busy and quick on what's next, what's tomorrow, what's next week looking like. So how are you able to slow down in a world that's moving so fast?
Ooh, I mean, that's okay. This is what I think. We definitely overestimate the amount of control that we think we have. Unfortunately, we're in a time period where you're right, everything is moving so fast. And so I think one of the main things that has brought me down is just shutting off and really looking at what I have in front of me. Because one of the funny things about gratitude is that it forces you to really look at what you have instead of what you don't have. Because a lot of the time we start thinking, oh, I deserve this or I deserve that, or like this is how my life is supposed to be. But then you're thinking about a life that's non-existent, that could be existent. But then it's like, what about the value that you're giving to the life that you currently have? And I think that was the biggest lesson in 2025, because at the same time, I was moving so fast in the beginning of the year, but I realized that moving fast, it ends up slowing you down because your brain can only take so much. And it's almost as you're getting more stuff done, but at the cost of what? Your mental health, at the cost of you feeling burnt out, at the cost of you feeling like you're half-assing everything.
Or I'll do you one better, losing relationships.
Yeah. Like you're trying to, and this is just the best way that I can explain this. Like you're trying to be Superman in a world that doesn't need you to be. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, just to bounce back on that, because there's always this motto of cut your friends off, do it alone. What is that called? It's like that mentality of you could do it yourself. Cut everybody off, silence your phone. You know, it's for the gym community, I would say it's like the winter arc, right? Where you just lock in on yourself and forget everything and everybody else, just focus on your goals. And just to take it back to what you were saying, man, I feel like that's quite the opposite. And I had to learn that.
Bro, that's what I was gonna tell you.
Because I had that
mentality.
Because
you were like that. Like not even on some disrespectful shit. It was like you were like that.
No, that's disrespectful. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
So that was that's funny that you mentioned that, because you were like that. So what triggered you to switch that mindset? Was it an event, or was it more like, holy shit, this shit got too heavy?
No, it's true. It's true though. It does get heavy, bro.
Okay, so yeah.
It does get heavy. You know, you start to feel that weight on your shoulders. And I would say through reading, and I would say, I mean, obviously I'm gonna bring it back to God, bro. But man, I was reading a lot last year and the year before. And one of the things that I picked up from a book called Atomic Habits, you need accountability partners. If you don't have that, who's holding you accountable? And if you don't have God, then you're just living for yourself. So at that point, it's kind of like, what are you doing, actually? Right? So for me, man, I had to look back at myself. I need to look at my circle, my surroundings. Who am I with? Who's really putting purpose into my life, right? And obviously, I guess for the viewers that don't know me, I was outside. I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was spending money on bottles. I was getting sections. I was, you know, drinking, smoking, whatever the case might be. And nah, bro, it was
like excessively.
Something just, excessively, bro. And I figured out I was going so fast nowhere.
Oh shit, that's a bar.
That is. Yeah. And like you said, man, like you start to slow down. Like, hold on, let me figure out what's really going on. I'm right here. Where I want to be is all the way up here. All those years, I wasn't even close.
Like it was pushing you down.
It was either pushing me down or at a standstill. And I was like, you know what? Nah, I see a couple of my friends, they're doing great things. I'm like, you know what? I need to figure out what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
What is this guy doing that I'm not? Right? And so that's why I emphasize on always prioritize the people that you have in your life. But you can also be picky, bro. And just going back with gratitude, man, I'm grateful for the people that I have now. Because honestly, for everybody here in this room, Bro, y'all push me to be better every single day, bro. Every day. And if I didn't have y'all, man, I don't know where I would be. I don't know the type of person I would be.
But it's crazy how like life has a funny way of taking you to where you need to be. Like it's so funny because yeah, it is God. It is God. But at the same time, so I've been on a philosophical vibe, bro. Like for real. For some reason, I'm telling you, boy, it's the age shit. Like it's the age. To everyone that's in their mid-20s, it's gonna get worse. Like it really is. Not from a bad standpoint, but it's like your mind is gonna force you to just think about shit even deeper than it might be meant to. But it's like,
No, hold on, bro. This might be off topic. But you keep saying that it's an age thing. What about for the people that hasn't even clicked for them?
damn.
And they're already 35, 40.
Chill.
And hasn't even clicked for them.
Damn,
so is
bro.
it really an age thing, bro? Is it really?
Damn, you got me thinking.
But I mean, that's a whole other
because
topic.
bro, I mean, fuck.
You can't say it's an age thing, brother. There's 30-year-olds that I know still act like children.
Damn. But do you think it's because of the side they show you, or that's just how they are?
Or are we judging them based on where they're at in life?
Yeah. Because then that just makes you the negative person. It makes you the judgmental person. It makes you the judge. What makes you the judge? But then you're right though. Like,
I don't think it's an age thing, bro.
Okay, no, and oof.
It's because
touchy.
No. I honestly think it's because I'm going to vouch for it, bro.
No, because I'm trying to agree with you, bro. But you know why? Because it's like, I'm trying to compare myself to the version I was when I was 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the experiences that I've been through from 20 to almost 25 warrant this type of thinking. Like, it's not like I went through so much shit to start thinking like this. No, it's just like I'm getting older and it's like you just start thinking, okay, there is a future where I have a wife, kids. I have to be the person leading. And I guess that's what pushed me to do that. So maybe it's not an age thing. I'm going through the thought process right now.
How about this? Do you think it's depending on what you experience?
I think it is, but then it's like, again, I'm going back to the same point. I don't think the experiences that I've gone through in the last 5 years are enough for me to start thinking that way. Like, I really don't. Like,
what if they are?
What if they are, right? But then it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just not giving enough value to them. Maybe, I don't know.
God gave you your own story.
100%, yeah.
So you might not think those experiences that you experienced weren't enough for you to start thinking, but who says?
Yeah, because if they weren't, then I wouldn't be thinking this way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's true. You know?
And same for me. My experiences were probably different from yours, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But that's probably something that I had to go through in order for me to get to that type of mentality.
But then you have people that have been through a bunch of shit and they still don't change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a whole other thing.
No, but that's like, yeah, you're right. It's on a full comparison, yeah. But I also think, bro, like, but I'm telling you, like, I really want to touch on what I was telling you. Like, It's been a year of just like thinking like the meaning of it all. That's where this whole conversation started. Because one thing and it's a quote that I was reading, I don't remember where. So even if you ask me, I don't know. But it's still stuck in my brain. It's funny. It said, if life is meaningless, how a lot of people think life is meaningless, like, oh, shoot, we're going to just end up in the dirt anyways, right?
True.
Right? Because in theory, like, I mean, yeah, that is true. But whatever. If life is meaningless, then you have the power to control what has meaning to you. That's really been one of the key type of shifts this last year, where it's like, I feel like a lot of the times we give so much value or so much meaning to things that don't even matter to us. Because that's another thing. I was talking with another friend. Your energy can get, like, as you get older, your energy can get drained so much easier. And it's weird because like, you don't even think that it does, but it's like, oh my God, I just finished. And I'm going to use this example. Like, my friend just finished venting to me for like the 50th time. And it's like, damn, that was overwhelming. you know? Because a lot of people say that. You know how a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, damn, when you're that one friend who's like hearing everybody out and like, you know what I'm saying? And then that's a whole other thing. But I'm just giving that example where it's like, that's really something that's been on my mind. So tying it back to slowing down, that has helped me slow down, like really figuring it out. Like, is there a bigger purpose for like me? Or is there a bigger purpose to all of this? A lot of people, and it's funny because I was talking about this with my girl. When they hear a conversation like that, it really throws them off to where they just completely push it to, because it gets scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it gets scary because there's been nights where I just get like in my head and it's just like, oh my God, like we're replaying a consistent day, you know?
It haunts you.
Yeah,
Does it
at a
haunt you?
certain point,
Yeah.
it haunts you if you let it though. But like, anyways, I don't want to like go too deep, but it's just a simple fact that I think that has really been able to humble me in a way that I never thought possible. But by it doing so, I'm able to appreciate like moments like this more. I'm able to appreciate moments with my family more. I'm able to appreciate moments with just everything in my life, whether it's solo or just with everything. Because at the end of the day, bro, I'm giving that meaning to the things that matter to me. It's like I realized that growing up, I was giving value to things that other people told me to care about. That's not a way to live. That's not a way to live at all. Like, why should I care what you care about? Like, what do I care about? You know, and a lot of people never go that route. Like, they get so stuck on trying to fill this void of, oh, a perfect example that's consistent with a lot of people. Oh, as long as I do what my parents want me to do, that's enough to make me happy. But you know what? I tried that. Like I really did, but it just never satisfied me. Like it never did. It was like I love my fam. Like I love everybody in my life, but I really there's things that I care about that maybe they don't care about, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't care about them. So that's really been the journey this year, bro. Just trying to figure out what all that is to me. How are you heading into 2026 in terms of everything that's going on in your head?
Man, I've always been a big believer on the 5 aspects of life. For
Which are?
me, it would be spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, and financial. Right? Those are my 5 aspects.
Do you have like a ranking for them? Or no, it's just kind of like,
It's because honestly, bro, if you do rank them, some way, somehow, they all hit each other together. Right? So
how
if you think
so?
about it,
Okay.
for first, spiritually, right? So spiritual, my relationship with God has been the best that's ever been, right? Obviously, there's a lot more that I can do to get to the next level as far as me internally and externally. But that has definitely helped me with the emotional part and mental part. I don't know how. Well, you tell me, bro. I mean, you've been knowing me for the longest, I would say, out of all my friends. But man, I used to react instead of act. Right. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I used to have anger problems. I used to be quick to react on what people say. Used to be quick if a guy would just look at me wrong, bro, I'm quick to say something. But now it's like, so why do I say that? Being where I'm at spiritually, emotionally, mentally, it's keeping me calm, still, firm, right? Physically, I'm always gonna be at the gym, right? I made a goal this year to include more cardio and to do hybrid training, right? Do you know what hybrid training is?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
cardio and like,
Yeah.
weightlifting.
It's like athletic and weightlifting
Yeah.
mixed together, right?
But like high intensity cardio.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, exactly. So I definitely want to push myself. I feel like last year I didn't push myself to the limit. And I know this year I want to be able to aim at everything. Everything. I want to go all in. I'm already prepared mentally to do that, right? And then financially, with all of those, the other 4 financially will probably come last. Without discipline, consistency, ambition, financial won't come to you, right? So I don't know. I feel like that all of those 5 aspects correlate together.
Bro, but let me ask you this, because this is something that sometimes haunts me.
What's up?
It's like when you set so many goals, it's almost as if you already know exactly how the year's going to turn out, right? You have a good idea. But even then, how do you ever find yourself doubting? Do you ever find yourself like the demons just crawling up the back of your neck and like telling you like, oh shit, like, yeah, yeah,
Of course,
like really trying to like bring that down, because you got so much going on in your plate.
The devil never sleeps.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah.
He'd be up. And so that's my curiosity, where I always find myself in this sort of, and I'm going to just say it because I mean, like, we can be real about this, but sometimes it's like, damn, is God really watching over me?
Stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop right there.
You see what I'm saying? Like that. That's kind of how like the thoughts start going in. So, I mean, but how do you go back to like trusting God's process when you don't even, it's like those thoughts just start.
But that's okay.
For you.
For me personally.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you something, bro. That's okay.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's okay. You know that.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. So in order for you to, I guess, to move past those thoughts, that negativity, what's keeping me aligned with God is honestly gratitude, bro. Gratitude. And you're going to believe what you tell yourself.
Oh, bro, yes.
You're going to believe what you tell yourself. All of those thoughts are just thoughts. But what are you telling yourself every morning? What are you telling yourself in those moments to where, yeah, those darts start creeping in? Are you going to believe them?
Hey, bro, sometimes
it's tough,
yeah, bro. Like, it's tough.
It is tough.
The battle, and that's why we go back to the same thing. Like, it gets so heavy. It gets more like and to be honest with you, for me, it almost like stems from just childhood. It's like, holy shit. Like I've always carried so much, but at the same time, I always felt like I wasn't carrying it how it should be. Like that's the way I approach it, right? So it's an interesting battle, bro. It's an interesting battle because one of the things that you come to realize is that as you the more you try to fix yourself, the more, I'm going to call it like this, because I don't want to just use the devil as like a phrase, because there's probably people watching who don't believe in God. But that's like, that's cool, like you can believe whatever you want to believe. Like I respect everyone, but I really want to hinder on this example where it's like, the more you try to fix yourself, it's almost as if the opposition just gets stronger by doing so. It's like you try so hard and it's like, oh my God, I'm doing so good at this. I'm striving here. I'm striving here. I'm thriving here. Everything is so good, but it's never enough. It's like,
you know what's crazy? As soon as you're getting closer to God, bro, that's when.
Well, something always happens where that boy just sets you back. Yeah. It's really crazy.
It is.
And it's like you almost find yourself breaking at that specific moment. And it's like, oh my God, do I have to restart? Like, nah, you don't got to restart. It's just more like, but you did lose. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
No.
That's where your faith is being tested, though.
100% though, 100%. Yeah. But like, I mean, you can't not acknowledge the fact that sometimes you do lose that battle, bro. Like I do lose. And then I'm not going to sit here and act like that doesn't happen, because at the same time, there's definitely moments again when those thoughts come in and you're like, again, it's not right for me to be thinking that way from I guess theological perspective, but it's like, damn, like that shit happens. It does happen. And so in those moments, like, and I don't know about you, but at times it's almost like the same thing happens. It's almost like you get so close and the same thing, boom, it just snaps you back. And I think we've talked about this before, like vices, right? Like vices. And a lot of people, like their vices, it just like, it eats them up alive. But again, as the same thing that we've talked about, like off camera, vices exist with everyone. It exists with every single person. And then you come to realize this as you just, same thing, like age and just experiencing life as it is. A lot of people kind of just deal with it for the rest of their life, like the vice, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Because it is so hard to like fight it sometimes.
It all comes down to what or who do you run to?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
So who do you run to? What do you run to?
Yeah.
Right? You really got to figure that out.
I think this year, for me personally, it's just going to be one of those years where, really trying to hinder on that and really trying to figure out, what are my vices? Like, what is something that, like, in my opinion, is holding me back? Or I wouldn't say holding me back, but more of what's something that if I let go, it would allow me to be the full version that I need to be, right? A lot of people never consider that, and they kind of just live their lives. So I'm excited. That's one of the main goals this year. Other than that, this year's going to be special. This year's going to be one of one. Shout out Gunna. For everybody that stayed up to this point, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We have more conversations coming. We really wanted to make this more of a grounded episode for the people that are watching it for the first time. This is who we are. But again, we also do care a lot about the city. And so that's what we're going to be moving forward with. So make sure you stay tuned for everything that's left. For whatever your goals are, from us, from Exotic to you, good luck. We wish you the best. We are rooting for you. And we hope that this year treats you in the most amazing way possible. And we're excited to see what's to come. And yeah, Happy New Year. We'll catch y'all later.